what's your assessment of the batting? Although you're not the best person to answer this question, but the current situation of the team right now here at the Kaaba. And the second part of the question is it a bit frustrating? Has it become a bit frustrating for you that you are not getting the support or the supporting from the supporting, and there are not too many bowlers who are picking regular wickets?
Yeah, it's an interesting question that you're questioning my batting ability so far. I think you should use Google as well and see who's got the most number of runs in a test match, test over. But jokes apart, jokes apart, that's another story. But yeah, see, we don't as a team point fingers at each other, and we don't want to get into that mindset where we're pointing fingers at each other that you should do this, you should do that. Obviously, we as a team are going through a transition. A lot of new players are coming here, and it's not the easiest place to play cricket. Over here, it's a different atmosphere with this wicket being a different challenge. So yeah, we're not looking at that. Obviously, as a bowling unit, as I said, we are in transition, so it's my job to help the others. I have played a little more than them, so I am trying to help them. But again, everyone will learn through it, will get better, and eventually will find different ways. So this is the journey that you'll have to go through.
Jasprit, so like India has collapsed like 12 times in 15 innings, like first innings, and like does it make your job much harder when there is a low score in the first innings, and then you have to like put more effort with you only being there, just doing all the things?
No, we have 11 players, but it's not like that. I'm looking at it. I don't look at it that I have to do extra. As I said, we are a new team. A lot of new changes have, new players have come into the side. So we have to be considerate and give them that cushion that they will learn and learn from experience. Last time as well, we had a little more experience side when we came here, but this is the journey that every team will go through. All these experiences will help them, and they'll get a lot of improvement going further. But that is a journey that, as I said, all players will have to go through. Nobody's born with all the experiences. Nobody's born with all the skills. You keep learning, you keep finding new ways, you keep learning about your own game, and I'm sure that you'll get better answers.
Jasprit, you just mentioned that you're the leader of the pack, so and the vice captain of the team. You've played a lot of cricket with Mohammad Siraj across formats. He has been in Australia before. What is your assessment on what is going in his head right now? You have had numerous conversations with him on the field, off the field. So what is your take on what is affecting Siraj? Why isn't he amongst the wickets? Or is it something which is missing? Is he lacking rhythm or something? Or is he trying too hard? So if you could just talk about your chatter with Mohammad Siraj.
We've had conversations, but this was the conversation he had with me before we came here. I think when we came here in Perth, as well as the last game, he looked in very good spirits. He was bowling well, and he's picked up a fair few wickets. In this game, I think I'll give him credit that he had a little bit of a niggle, but he still kept on bowling and still helped the team, because he knew if he goes inside and he doesn't bowl, then that team will go under pressure. So I think he's got a great attitude and he's got a fighter spirit that the team loves, and I personally love that as well. That he's up for a fight and he always gives it all for the team. So I think that is the biggest positive for any cricketer going forward, that he gives it his absolute best on the field, and even when he's not 100% fit, when he's got a niggle, he's still fighting for the team. So that is a great attitude. Yes, in terms of wickets and all, some days you'll bowl well, the wickets will come, as I spoke to him before, and some days you'll not bowl very well, but the wickets will follow. So it's all money in the bank. That is the conversation that I've had with him, that you keep focusing on your stuff, things that you can control, keep running in, keep having a smile on his face. You wanted to play test cricket, you are doing that. Your family is really proud of you. You're doing something that not many have done before. So I think he's in a very good space. That is what I know of. I don't know what else is happening in, but he's got a great attitude, and that's a very big positive for us.
Second 5-wicket haul, you almost had one and latest spin. In terms of your bowling, how are you feeling, and workload as well? How much has this rain breaks helped you if you played and bowled probably longer spells than you probably would have without?
Yesterday, I don't think there was a lot of rain break. We had a long sessions, 2.5 hour, 2 sessions, and a 2 hour session. So I don't think we got a lot of breaks, but that's how Test cricket works. Some days, you'll bowl more, some days you'll not. But yeah, this it's been good so far. I find I always find different challenges very interesting, because the test match that we played in Perth, the wicket was different. Adelaide, pink ball different. The wicket behaved different. The ball behaved differently. And here, it's a little different, because the wicket's at a level and the run-up is low. So in India, we're not used to that. We're used to state-level grounds. So it's an interesting challenge. I always look forward to all of that, and I always look to find answers. So that's always been my biggest happiness that, if I come across a problem or if I come across a certain situation, I look at how do I solve it, what can I do in this scenario, rather than, whinging or complaining or looking at someone else or pointing fingers that I need this from this person. I don't look at all of those things. I look at myself. I've been happy with the way the ball has been coming out, and yeah, looking forward to contributing even more.
Jasprit, not sure of what your expectations are from yourself, but when you have the ball in hand, there is this idea that Jasprit is going to strike, batsmen extra careful, the team expects you to manage. What do you expect from yourself? You know that you are expected to take wickets from the outside. What are your expectations?
I think all players are expected to do well. I cannot take extra baggage. When I was a youngster, yes, maybe I used to take extra baggage of fans and opinions, but I don't take any opinion seriously. I don't really get very happy with people singing praises and having a lot of expectations or baggage on me. I look at myself. I look at answers, what I have to do. I give it my absolute best. I look at myself and ask one question after the end of the day, that if I have given it my absolute best, I'll accept the results. I cannot carry someone else's energy or baggage that people are expecting me to do the heavy lifting. There will be days where I will not get wickets, somebody else will do, so I'll have to do a holding job. So I don't look at things like that. Whenever come to a scenario, I give it my absolute best, try to use my experience that I've gained before and give it my best shot.
Sorry, the running shot on it. This could be the final question.
जसप्रीत बहुत ज़्यादा खेल नहीं हुआ बारिश के चलते टेस्ट मैच में, बैट्समैन भी अप एंड डाउन आ रहे हैं जा रहे हैं, तो इस टेस्ट मैच अभी जो सिचुएशन है उस लिहाज से क्या कॉन्वर्सेशन है टीम में आने वाले 2 दिन में?
अभी फिलहाल तो हम बैटिंग के बारे में सोच रहे हैं कि हम लोग जितना कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, जितना लंबा बैटिंग कर सके, तो अच्छी पार्टनरशिप की हम लोग उम्मीद कर रहे हैं. ऑब्वियसली थोड़ा फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग हो जाता है कि जब अगर आपको रिदम मिलता है तो वो ब्रेक हो जाता है, बट वेदर से आप लड़ नहीं सकते, आपके हाथ में जो चीज़ें हैं उसके बारे में आप सोच नहीं सकते. तो हम वही कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अभी अपनी बैटिंग के बारे में फोकस करें और जितना लंबा बैटिंग कर सकते हैं हम करें.
Jasprit, just about the Australian batters have been talking about they want to get to about 30, 40 over mark, and then the game seems to get easier, and they want Travis Head to be batting at that time. You talked about problem solving. Like, how are you seeing that problem?
Yeah, that's an interesting one, because in the Kookaburra ball, once the seam goes down and it becomes soft, it becomes relatively easier to bat when the wicket is not offering a lot. So then you have to find solutions. How do you make run scoring difficult? What fields you want to have? What is an individual strength? So it may differ from people to people, but it's ideally a great scenario for a team when you've got a decent opening partnership, and then when the ball is softer, your second or third seamer is bowling, so then you can take advantage. We've got someone like Rishabh Pant who does that as well, but all of those scenarios are very difficult for bowlers sometimes, because you bowl certain number of overs, the ball's not doing a lot, you can't take an attacking option. So it's a puzzle that sometimes you can solve, sometimes if somebody plays well, you have to take notice of it and you say, well played. But that's a challenge that we've been finding. We are trying to find different answers, we're trying up with different solutions. So hopefully in the further games we'll have better answers.